Hello everyone, today we are going to be making some chicken marsala. First thing we need is some mushrooms, also going to need some chicken, some of the other ingredients I already had at home, so we're ready to go home and get this party started. First things first, we got to prep our mushrooms. Gonna chop them up. I've chopped these up roughly about a little under a centimeter, under a ½ inch thickness. You can go a little bit thicker if you want, because remember, you're going to be marinating these in juices for about 15 to 20 minutes once it's all said and done. So you're going to get a little bit smaller, going to get a little bit softer, so don't be afraid to roughly chop them if you want. Next thing we're going to want to prep is our garlic. The recipe calls for about 2 or 3 cloves of garlic, but me, I love garlic, so I decided to go with 5 cloves here. I wouldn't say it made the recipe too garlicky either. If you're someone who likes garlic, don't be afraid to go with a little extra cloves to get some of that extra garlicly aromatic flavor. Once we get all our garlic all peeled off, we're going to want to get our chicken prepped. We're going to want to half our chicken breast down the middle, kind of make a little split like you can see right there. We're going to want to do that with both of our chicken breasts. Be careful when you're doing this, by the way. I'm not really sure if I'm doing it in a safe way in this video, so don't take my word for it. But yeah, once we get that going, you're going to want to wash your hands first. Once you wash your hands, you're going to want to get your saran wrap out and cover those cutlets in saran wrap, because we're going to need it to beat these chicken thighs, or chicken breasts down, I should say. Once you cut off the saran wrap, you're going to want to grab a hammer or a baking roller like I have here. We're just going to beat those down to roughly a ½ inch thickness, maybe 3/4 of an inch thickness. Then you want to heat up your pan. Here I have a pretty large pan, but it's non-stick. You're going to want stainless steel because that'll give it more color. But given I'm in college, I don't have that luxury, but that's okay. It'll do the trick nonetheless. Once your cutlets are all beat down, you're going to want to get some light salt and pepper on both of those. Get them on both sides as well. And while this is going on, your pan's heating up with your butter and your olive oil. And then once you get them all seasoned, you're going to want to toss them in a mixture of flour, oregano, and basil. This will give it some flavor, as well as help the texture be a little more firm, which will help it absorb some of those flavors actually a little bit better when it's all said and done. You're going to want to shake off the excess flour here as well, because we're just trying to coat it. We're not trying to drench it in flour like Popeyes or Chick-fil-A. We're just trying to get a little bit of flour on the skin here. Now you're going to toss them in the pan. I don't know why that was fast forwarded when I recorded it. But once they're in the pan, you're going to flip them after about 3 minutes on medium heat. Now I know these don't have enough color that you would expect it to have usually. And again, that's because it's not stainless steel, it's non-stick, so you're not going to get the color, but the flavor's still there. You're going to flip them, cook them for another 3 minutes, and then put them off to the side. These are also still going to be cooking once you take them off the heat. They'll still be cooking internally, so you don't need to worry too much about any undercooked chicken here. Just want to get all those out of that pan. Then once the pan's all good, you're going to toss in, or I chose to toss in 1 more tablespoon of butter, because, I mean, butter never hurt anyone, right? Then we're going to toss in our chopped mushrooms. Make sure you get them all in there, shake it off. Then we're just going to give that a stir and check up on it again in about 5 minutes. At 5 minutes, should get it nice and soft, and should get some nice golden brown coloring on them as well. This is the only opportunity you're going to have to get some coloring on it, because after this they're going to be in a lot of liquid, so make sure you get them nice and browned up here. And once you get some color on them, you're going to want to toss in your cloves of garlic. I have this nice handy garlic crusher, as you can see right here, but unfortunately I need 2 hands to do it, so I couldn't film and crush the garlic at the same time. But you can see the garlic in there now, and I'm just going to get that in there and give it a little stir with the mushrooms. Not too long, only about 30 seconds to get the garlic nice and aromatic. My kitchen smelled great during this portion of the cooking process, by the way. Definitely a part to look forward to. And then once you have it nice and stirred in, you can smell that garlic and it's filling up the whole house. You're going to stop stirring, and you're going to grab your Marsala wine. Obviously that's the namesake of the dish, being chicken marsala, the most important ingredient. You're gonna add 3/4 of a cup of that marsala wine in there, and then you're gonna bump that heat up all the way to a boil. You wanna get that wine boiling for about 5 minutes, or however long it takes for most of the wine to evaporate. As you can see here, most of the wine has evaporated. So now it's time to hit it with that chicken stock. Chicken stock's going to bring out a lot of that chicken flavor in the end. So you're going to pour in that chicken stock, and then you're also, once that's going for about a minute, you're going to want to toss in your cream, 3/4 of a cup of cream, and you have to do that while stirring it in. So again, I couldn't do that while recording because I needed 2 hands for it. But once you get that cream in there, you're going to want to reduce that heat to a simmer, and then just stir it for about 5 minutes. That'll get nice and thickened. Once it's thickened a little bit and it's got some nice flavors to it, we're going to reintroduce our chicken into the pot. That way all our flavors can get to know each other. And then we're just going to cover that for about a minute or 2 on simmer. And while you're doing that, you can clean up the mess you've made while cooking. And then we're gonna just cover it up, and then we're ready to plate it. You're just gonna wanna put a cutlet down, throw some mushrooms and that sauce on top. And I chose to garnish it with finely shredded Parmesan, but you can garnish it with some parsley or any other kind of fresh herb. It would be very good. Look at that. This was so good, guys. You're gonna love it if you give it a go. I recommend you do. Thanks for watching.